So, a few days ago, the United States and Iran signed the Memorandum of Understanding. Donald Trump already came out and announced it that Iran and the United States have signed the Memorandum of Understanding on the 14th of June 2026. I've already seen most of you celebrating, some saying Iran has won, while some are saying the United States has won. In fact, there are mixed controversies as far as this deal is concerned. But this is what I want to clarify as far as this deal is concerned, this memorandum of understanding signed by Iran and the United States. This is not a permanent deal to end the war. This is just a framework which will let the United States and Iran sit on a negotiation table to further discuss or to further negotiate on the main issues that led them to start this war. So the Memorandum of Understanding is not a permanent deal to end the war. It's only a temporary deal. It's only a framework which will let Iran and the United States to sit and discuss how to further end the war permanently. And if you are celebrating about the Memorandum of Understanding signed by Iran and the United States, the only thing you should be celebrating is for the fact that this Memorandum of Understanding will let the United States and Iran uplift their blockade in the Strait of Hormuz to solve the economic issues caused by this war, which means this Memorandum of Understanding will let Iran and the United States to open the Strait of Hormuz for all ships and tankers to have free access. And several reports have confirmed that they will start to open the Strait of Hormuz on Friday. And Iran will not also be collecting fees as previously announced in the Strait of Hormuz. So the Strait of Hormuz will be free, open and free for all ships and tankers. But as far as Iran's nuclear enrichment is concerned, it was not included in this Memorandum of Understanding. So this is one thing you should know. Iran's nuclear enrichment and missiles facilities was not included in this deal signed by the United States and Iran. So don't celebrate yet. You can celebrate for the fact that this deal, this Memorandum of Understanding, has come to solve the inflation issues around the world brought by this war, and also to tackle the economic issues. You are all aware that since this war started, prices of oil and gas, prices of commodities increased significantly. In fact, they have been increasing significantly in the last few months. And since Donald Trump announced that the Strait of Hormuz will be open for all ships and tankers, you can bear with me that prices have started dropping. And this is one reason why you should celebrate this Memorandum of Understanding. But it has not solved this war permanently. It has not solved the main issue. It has not addressed the main issue why the United States and Israel started this conflict on Iran. And they will have 60 days to further discuss on how to end the war permanently, which means within those 60 days, they will agree or they will negotiate regarding Iran's nuclear enrichment, their missiles facilities, how the United States and Israel are going to deal with that. And one thing you should understand is that they can go back to the battlefield anytime. The United States and Iran can go back to the battlefield, even though they have signed this Memorandum of Understanding. And this is the reason Iran has included Gaza and Lebanon in this deal, which means Gaza and Lebanon are at the center of this Memorandum of Understanding, which implies that Israel is required to withdraw their troops In fact, Israel and the United States are required to withdraw their troops in the Middle East, including Gaza and Lebanon. And if Israel fail to withdraw their troops from Lebanon and Gaza, and if they continue striking Lebanon and Gaza, Iran is going to return back to the battlefield. Iran has made it clear to Donald Trump. This is why Donald Trump has been so tough with Netanyahu recently, because each time he is trying to make a deal with Iran, Netanyahu will go and start launching strikes on Iran. In fact, Netanyahu came out immediately after Donald Trump signed that deal with Iran. The Israelite Minister of Defense came out and said they are not going to withdraw their troops from Lebanon, which is already a violation of this Memorandum of Understanding signed by Iran and the United States. So let's wait and see if Israel is going to respect this Memorandum of Understanding, because part of it says the US and Israel must end all wars in the Middle East and also withdraw their troops in the Middle East, including Gaza and Lebanon. So Gaza and Lebanon are at the center of this Memorandum of Understanding signed by Iran and the United States. So don't celebrate yet. You can celebrate for the fact that the Strait of Hormuz will be open for all ships and tankers, which will lead to the drop in prices of oil and gas and commodities. But as far as the conflict is concerned, they are still going to discuss on the main issues like Iran's nuclear enrichment and missiles facilities. So this is one thing we should know. But what do you think about this Memorandum of Understanding? What have you heard? What do you know? Let me hear what you think about it in the comment section. And remember to like, comment, and share this video, and look out for my next update. God bless you.